Wow. Good day to you, mommy. You are looking so amazing. You are
Thank you so
looking
much.
beautiful
Thank you
and
so much for
stunning.
having me. Thank you.
Wow, wow. I know you to be a very beautiful woman, but today you are very, very, like, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate. We are really honored for
Thank you.
coming to this show.
Thank you.
So we have few questions to ask. Number one, we have what does it mean to have a dysfunctional family?
Thank you so much for having me once again. And I'm very, very sure that we're going to have a blast because those questions, they are like part of me. Why or what does it mean to be raised or to have or to grow up from a dysfunctional home? When you grow up from a dysfunctional home, number one thing is you are comfortable with chaos, abuse, verbal, emotional, physical abuse. You are very, very comfortable to take anything in. Sometimes when you find yourself in a friendship, let me start with a friendship. You're having a friend just talk you down, insult you, call you names. You see it as normal because you are raised from a dysfunctional home. You think being toxic, somebody saying something bad about you, talking down on you, insulting you, you just think it's normal. There's no need. I'm just enjoying myself. Until you get to another family system and you discover that they have courtesy, they have manners, they treat each other with respect, they honor each other. You just start looking at yourself as I'm weird here, I'm strange here, because where you are coming from, anything goes. You can be called a goat, a dog, you can be insulted, you can be pulled down. They can tell you, shut up, what are you saying? You think it's a normal thing, you think it's a normal life. But when you go to another family system and you see courtesy, you see manners, you see thank you, you see I'm grateful, you see genuflex, you see honor, then it's dawned on you that I think something is wrong with me from where I'm coming from. That's number one. Number two, when you find yourself in a relationship with a friend and the friends begin to tell you you are nasty, you are rude, you don't have courtesy, you are not grateful, you don't have manners, then it becomes a thing of worry and concern to you. Looking at yourself and asking yourself, is it true that I'm not normal? Is it true that I'm rude? Some people don't even know they don't have good manners until they go out there and they find friends telling them, or probably they find themselves in an hostel or in the midst of friends, in social gatherings. That is when they would start seeing themselves in the picture of what exactly has happened to them growing up. So the whole thing about being raised from a dysfunctional home, dysfunctional family system, father is not there, mother is not there, there's no time to teach manners, there's no time to teach attitude, everybody is hustling, everybody is trying to make ends meet, and there's no intentional attention given to the children. And the kids just grew weird like that. So everything they are living for, or they are manifesting, or they are living for everybody to see, is what they pick on the streets. I've seen a lot of children, you just wonder, where did you get that from? Sometimes some homes that felt and act religious, by the time their kids comes from school and they start hearing some strange words that is not the culture of the family, they are wondering, where did he get this from? Where did she get this from? The secret is their home is dysfunctional because verbal abuse is allowed in the home, physical abuse is allowed in the home, emotional abuse is allowed in the home. Things are said and it's like it's normal. Another thing to show that you are from a dysfunctional home is when you enjoy a lot of sarcasm. Some people are so used to being sarcastic. They don't even know how to make one or two statements without being rude, being sarcastic, making somebody around them to feel lesser. Even when you don't mean harm, when you are genuinely making a statement, or if you make a mistake genuinely, not intentional mistakes now, but because sarcasm is part of that person, they kept making mockery of people. It's a sign that you are from a dysfunctional home, actually, because you are expelling, you are bringing out your venom, your toxicity to the family, to the friends, to your relations, to your association. Now it becomes very, very obvious when you are getting into a love relationship. You have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend. Probably he or she is raised from a very, very healthy background where they are intentional with their manners, the courtesy, genuflex, attitude. They are just clean. They are not the kind of kids that are saucy, nasty, rude, ill-mannered, and you are just attracted to this person, and the next thing you are hearing is sarcasm. The next thing you are hearing is you're a dullard. The next thing you are hearing is you are a junk. The next thing you are hearing is you are too fat, or you are too this. You just start hearing some words that are toxic to you. It's a red flag to anyone in a relationship. When you are experiencing such things, just know that there's something wrong with the growth, with the family system of the person you are relating with. If you don't see it that way, at the end of the day, you are going to break up. You're going to find yourself having consistent conflict, misunderstanding, because it's not in your system, it's not in your norms, it's not part of your life. Having to be in a relationship where people can be verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, even physically abusive. The moment you are getting into that space, you have distress, you have stress, you are not at peace. If you're in a relationship like that, it's obvious that there's a red flag somewhere. The person is raised from a dysfunctional home. Let me summarize it this way. When you are raised from a dysfunctional home, you believe your toxicity, your lifestyle, the way you react to people, the way you relate to people, the way you relate under pressure shows that something is wrong with you. People that are raised from a dysfunctional home, they don't see anything wrong in being rude. They don't see anything wrong in being nasty. They don't see anything wrong in being sarcastic. They don't see anything wrong in just shutting people down, physically abusing people. You are short, you are tall, you are ugly, you are this or that. They think it's a joke. They're just being funny. But sincerely, if you are raised from such a system, you are not funny. The person is not funny. The person is abusive. Now, don't get me wrong. I think there's a need for balance here. Sometimes husband and wife, they do such jokes, just talk, look at you, your head, your body. It's different from if that person's lifestyle is toxic, it's abusive. He says things, he does things, and he feels it's normal. Can I say this to all our listeners? If you are in a relationship and the person you are relating with tells you, do you know that you don't have manners? Do you know that you don't know how to talk? Do you know that you don't know how to behave? Do you know that you can be very rude? Just note that where you are coming from, there's dysfunctionality there. Because in a functional home, your parents, your guardian, people that are normal in your environment would have told you that, no, you don't say that to an adult. You don't say that to your sister. You don't say that to your brother. You are not supposed to be rude. They would have cautioned you. And when that caution comes into you, you just change while you are growing up. But when there is no parental guardian, you are neglected, you are abandoned, you are raised in a slum, let me put it that way. You are raised where and nobody cares about what you do to anybody. People are not sensitive to one another. When you get into a relationship that is supposed to be an addition to you, that's supposed to be a blessing to you, that is supposed to be an addition in the area of business, exposure, connecting, and when people see that attitude, they just know that this guy, this girl is raised dysfunctionally. The danger of being raised like that is it will affect your relationship. It will affect your relationship terribly. Some have divorced because of this attitude of not having good manners. You can't blame a child. Every child comes to the world blank. It is what you play to that child that the child will play back to life. Now you're an adult, you're hearing me, and everybody's complaining, they don't understand you, you don't have attitude that is right. The next thing for you to do is to get into therapy and heal from that wound for your life to become a perfume, a fragrance that people will smell and they'll be comfortable with the smell. A lot of people smell, but their smell is foul smell. They stench. The odor of their lives is not really pleasant to people around them. If you are like that, you need help, and help is always available.